All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. Badgley now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First down throw, Locke. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On first down, it's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. 11-3. 58's the money. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. You ain't doing nothing today.
So that'll back him up 5.
Check out. Wide, 9 in. 58 right there. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 58's the money. 58's the money. Check, check, check. Come on.
Here's Luck now on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Ebron with it over the middle. The 40, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, 95 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success. And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. And he gets it back near midfield, but the dream ends there. He doesn't take it all the way back for 2. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
We have seen some exciting returns of blocked extra points. This one doesn't quite get into that level, but there had to be an anxious moment after it was blocked, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think sometimes they still forget on both sides when that block comes on a PAT that you can return it for 2. He got it across midfield there, just not close to the end zone.
Yeah, you noted that moment of hesitancy, didn't you? You know, his block is like, oh, yeah, that's right, it can be returned, and which means you have to get back and tackle him, too.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Going deep for Benjamin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
Take it, take it. 58, come on.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check Mike 11. Hey, we heavy on the edges, Mike 6.
From the gun, here's Luck. He may try and run for this. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And the Colts first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Luck to Mack on the draw. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Check up. 622. I got you, son.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
12. Cluster. Hey. High 7.
The first down throw here for Rivers. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check three. 41.
From the gun, Rivers. Green with a catch left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tight end right. 80 high.
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And now look at him go. Past the 20, 10, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point forthcoming. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Shoot.
Protein spill. White, 89.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Rerun.
Get off the field.
Now Rivers. Open man is Cantrell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. And that'll set them back 5. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Rivers on the money, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3rd and long for Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Walker in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Now the 2nd-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
25 yards that time.
First down, Indianapolis.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
11 Z. 52. You must be getting tired.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch Mike.
On first down, Love. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Tight right. Even. 4 down. Even. 58, right over there.
Out of the gun, Love. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Watch the screen. Check. Lucky.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Buzz. Be ready. 12. And 58 is a Mike.
A shotgun snap for Love. And this is going to be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Gets past one man. Fights loose. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing, Rivers. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. I got you, son.
To throw again. Rivers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
This time they stay on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up first and 10 at their own 24.
Hey. Left to right. Bravo.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm
Left.
Safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Check 9. Blue draw quarters.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Orange. Hey, Zoo.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go.
Rivers to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The intended receiver there, Allen, and now it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On third down, Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Rivers will get this one to Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Round 80. Red. We take the win.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I'm going to come back to you.
Hey, Charlie.
51 Mike. Mike 51. Hey, keep it up.
Left.
Now on second and 16. Rivers whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Leads to third down and 3.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's third and 3.
Give me that ball, defense. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go, defense.
Throwing Rivers. And it'll be intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Luck and the Colts come up now first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin the drive with Hines. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Man, I got you.
Throwing is Love. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
58, right over there, right over there.
Third and long, it's Locke. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
You don't want it. Watch out, watch out.
Hey, here we go.
41 Mike.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's make these babies cry.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Margus Hunt able to take him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Everyone got 4 down.
Load it. Load it.
Check 24. Check 24. Hey, 4.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Rivers. And Allen's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, here we go.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Stay there. Stay there. Black 11.
Me and you all day. All day.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
At the Colts 2-yard line.
Load it. Load it.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
And that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Small.
51, Mike, 51.
180.
Rivers now. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
11.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
3rd and 4, and this crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise.
Call.
Luck now to throw. Finding Paris Campbell, and there's Campbell's first NFL catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Check out. 622. Let's go, Mexico.
Just like that. Just like that.
Go. Ready.
On the draw, Luck's going to give this to Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Check out. 190.
Hey, check. Win the rep. Let's go, right here.
On.
Check 89.
Check out.
Now on 2nd and 13. Luck eluding the pressure right. He's going to go deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Following the interception here, Rivers Toward the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. That throw good for 4. It's second down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, LA! Melvin Gordon, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Switch.
Hey, downtown! Pilot, 64, weak. Load it. Hey, Delta.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
To throw is Rivers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
He's coming in.
Hurry!
And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Luck defers to Mack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Here we go. Check 52 the mic.
Hey, check. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Love. He's going to loft one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 67 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Wait, 89!
Now Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
You can't stop me.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Rivers.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now a give, right side. It's Hines, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They will run with Ware, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Colts are able to grow their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try. They'll try to run it with Mack, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set, green 80, black 15.
53, Mike, 53.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Rivers on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert. 3 down.
Hey, Rocket.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. We thought we might have a good close game, and we did. Really came down to that final onside kick. They recovered it, but they would have had to return it. They were unable to do that, and that wrote an ending.
That is frustrating, isn't it? To execute an onside kick and get the ball, yet there's no